Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel, where we meticulously track the intricate and often dramatic shifts within the British royal sphere. Today, we are delving deep into the emotional and practical fallout surrounding one of the monarchy's most enduring, yet controversial figures. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, affectionately known to many as Fergie. We are examining the deeply personal priorities that have emerged for the Duchess in the wake of her high-profile public setback, a situation inextricably linked to the devastating downfall of her former husband, Prince Andrew. This saga is not merely about titles and residences. It is about the agonizing choices and internal struggles faced by a family under immense scrutiny. Before we embark on this detailed exploration of the Duchess's current predicament and the astonishing revelations regarding her daughter's loyalties, please take a moment to show your support. Do remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel for continuous royal updates, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of these compelling stories. Your engagement truly helps us bring these reports to you. The narrative surrounding Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew has reached a critical and perhaps irreversible inflection point. The catalyst for this latest upheaval, as many of you know, stems directly from the resurgence of deeply troubling information concerning Prince Andrew's historical ties with the late, controversial financier Jeffrey Epstein. The public outcry and consistent calls for accountability culminated in a formidable and unyielding action from the reigning monarch, King Charles III. The king's decision was not taken lightly. It was a stern and necessary move to protect the integrity of the crown. This decision resulted in the formal stripping away of Prince Andrew's remaining military honors and royal titles, effectively severing his formal ties to the working monarchy. However, the consequences of this decisive action rippled far beyond the Duke himself. In an incredibly painful twist of fate, the monarch's resolution also profoundly impacted his ex-wife, Fergie. Despite their divorce decades ago, Sarah and Andrew have maintained a famously close, if unconventional, relationship, often living together or sharing residences. This cohabitation came to an abrupt end. The Duchess, too, was compelled to vacate the cherished family home, Royal Lodge, marking the end of a significant chapter and necessitating a swift and immediate transition toward an entirely new way of life. The displacement from Royal Lodge is not a trivial matter. It represents the dismantling of their established domestic stability, a place where they raised their children and maintained their unusual yet harmonious post-divorce existence. This forced relocation symbolizes the ultimate price paid for the association with the Duke's ongoing controversy. While King Charles, in his capacity as the head of the family and custodian of the royal estates, has taken steps to manage his brother's residential arrangements, a degree of paternal care remains. It has been confirmed that Prince Andrew has been provided with private accommodation within the vast and historic Sandringham estate, offering him a measure of privacy and security away from the immediate public eye. Yet the arrangements for Sarah, the Duchess of York, remain shrouded in mystery and uncertainty. As of now, the precise details of Sarah's next strategic move, where she will establish her permanent base and how she plans to navigate her financial and public future, are entirely unclear. This ambiguity only heightens the sense of vulnerability surrounding the Duchess as she attempts to rebuild her life away from the security of the Royal Lodge estate. In this atmosphere of profound change and public speculation, a rare and intimate glimpse into the Duchess's current state of mind and her deepest priorities was offered by one of her close confidants. Appearing in a candid discussion on Channel 5, friend and media personality Lizzie Cundy spoke openly with host Vanessa, shedding crucial light on what truly matters to Fergie right now. Lizzie Cundy's revelation was starkly simple yet profoundly meaningful, particularly for a woman who has often been defined by her public roles and struggles. Cundy confirmed without hesitation that Sarah Ferguson's two most important priorities, the anchors holding her steady amidst the storm, are unequivocally her children and her grandchildren. This statement paints a picture of a woman retreating from the glare of royal politics and media frenzy, seeking solace and strength within the protective circle of her immediate family. It highlights her role not as a former royal consort, but as Beatrice and Eugenie's devoted mother and a cherished, hands-on grandmother. In a world that has repeatedly judged and scrutinized her, this focus on her familial lineage offers a clear path forward, a return to the foundational relationships that offer unconditional support. But the discussion with Lizzie Cundy didn't stop at domestic priorities. Cundy also touched upon the persistent challenge facing the Duchess, the need to repair her public perception. Having been caught in the periphery of Prince Andrew's scandal, Sarah's reputation has suffered collateral damage. In the eyes of her friend, the path to rehabilitation involves confronting the narrative head-on. Cundy suggested that Beatrice and Eugenie's mother might consider a new, high-stakes interview designed specifically to clear her name and address the mounting public confusion and criticism. Lizzie Cundy articulated this necessity for clarity, stating, "I think she, Sarah, needs time to reflect, and then maybe come and do an interview and have her truth, give some clarity." This prospect of a tell-all interview is fraught with complexity. Sarah Ferguson is no stranger to the media spotlight, having navigated numerous public appearances and interviews throughout her tumultuous history with the royal family. However, the current climate is significantly more charged. Any interview now would require immense preparation and a delicate balance, aiming to provide genuine transparency without further antagonizing the palace or causing deeper rifts within the family structure. The goal, as Cundy suggests, is for Fergie to present her truth, a personal accounting that might finally allow her to move forward unburdened by the echoes of her past associations. Yet, perhaps the most emotionally gripping element of this unfolding drama involves the reaction of the Duchess's two daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. For years, the bond between Sarah and her daughters has been legendary, often described publicly as a formidable tripod, a structure symbolizing their unwavering mutual support and reliance on one another, particularly during difficult times. This tight-knit trio has always presented a united front, fiercely defending one another against external criticism and navigating the complicated dynamics of their parents' unusual living situation. The respected Daily Mail royal reporter, Rebecca English, provided critical insight into the impact of this latest setback on the daughters. English's reporting, based on conversations with those close to the family, revealed that even this historically strong tripod relationship is now under severe strain due to the combined weight of their parents' recent actions and the subsequent public fallout. The observations shared by a friend of the York family were nothing short of astonishing and revealed a deep internal conflict within the daughters. This insider offered a startling comparison regarding the daughters' level of disappointment in their parents. The source shared a truly devastating piece of analysis, suggesting that the daughters' perception of their mother's recent conduct, or perhaps the cumulative effect of her past indiscretions resurfacing alongside the current crisis, has led to a profound reassessment. The friend of York's stated with remarkable frankness, "I would actually go so far as to say that they are even more disappointed in their mother than their father now." To fully grasp the magnitude of this statement, one must consider the gravity of Prince Andrew's situation. For his daughters to harbor greater disappointment in their mother, the woman who has always been their emotional cornerstone, than in the father whose actions necessitated the intervention of the king himself, speaks volumes about the depth of the current crisis and the perceived errors in judgment made by the Duchess. The source quickly moved to provide necessary context, clarifying that this disappointment does not equate to a rejection of their mother. The love remains absolute. They also love their mother dearly. Of course they do, the insider commented, emphasizing the enduring familial affection. Furthermore, they acknowledged Sarah's irreplaceable role in the family. She's a wonderful grandmother too, and they are deeply concerned about how this is all affecting her mentally as much as their father. The daughter's loyalty is complex. It is rooted in deep affection and a genuine concern for her mental and emotional well-being as she endures this public and private turmoil. They recognize the immense stress she is under, facing the loss of her home and status. However, the insider concluded with a poignant and revealing observation that signals a fundamental shift in the daughter's perspective. This is the moment where maturity and reality intersect, forcing a difficult realization upon Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. The source concluded, "But I think it's fair to say the scales have also somewhat fallen from their eyes." This metaphorical phrase, "the scales falling from their eyes," signifies a moment of stark clarity, a realization of the unvarnished truth about their mother's situation, her choices, or perhaps the extent of the challenges she has brought upon herself and the family unit. It implies a loss of youthful idealization and a painful acceptance of human frailty, even in those they love most fiercely. For Beatrice and Eugenie, this realization must be particularly agonizing, given their history as their mother's most ardent supporters. They are now, perhaps for the first time, seeing the full, challenging reality of their parents' complicated entanglement and its profound consequences. This current chapter for Sarah Ferguson is defined by two parallel and conflicting forces. Internally, a necessary retreat to the bedrock of family, her children and grandchildren, as her ultimate priority, and externally, the profound disappointment felt by those closest to her, which threatens the very foundation of the tripod she relied upon. The Duchess now stands at a critical juncture, facing not only the logistical challenges of finding a new home and financial stability, but also the emotional imperative of rebuilding trust and managing the complex feelings of her beloved daughters. The suggested interview, the airing of her truth, looms as a potential path to redemption, yet carries the inherent risk of further exposure. This saga serves as a stark reminder that even those closely associated with the crown are not immune to the devastating consequences of past decisions and the relentless pressure of public opinion. We watch closely to see where Sarah Ferguson will land and how she will ultimately navigate this intensely personal crisis while trying to restore the faith of her children. We want to hear your thoughts on this complex and emotional situation. Do you believe Sarah Ferguson should grant a major interview to clear the air? What advice would you offer the Duchess as she focuses on her children and grandchildren? Please share your opinions and insights in the comments section below. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the latest developments concerning Sarah Ferguson. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more comprehensive royal coverage, and join us next time as we continue to track the lives and challenges facing the global royal families. Until then, take care, and thank you for watching.